What is up, Machinima Realm, and I welcome you all to a new episode of Top 5 Law Plays. Let us go straight to the number 5 spot where we will be looking at an insect play by Lee Sin in the top lane. It begins with Lee Sin missing his resonating strike onto the Jax as the Jax sees the opportunity, jumps on with the Q, follows up with a counter strike, and so far it is not looking very hot for Lee Sin. He naturally begins to retreat closer to his turret as he throws a resonating strike onto the Jax, ward hops, kicks him back under the turret, follows up with a second part and gets a very nice turnaround kill. In the number 4 spot, we will be migrating to the opposite side of the map in the bottom lane, as the action already begins at level 1 with the Leona and Caitlyn versus an Ezreal and a Sona. It begins with the Leona taking way too much damage, even getting an ignite put onto her. She pops her flash at the last second, barely surviving Sona's last auto attack. And the Caitlyn is by herself, however she is in a brush, therefore her passive does proc a lot faster. As she pops the barrier and gets the kill onto the Sona, the Leona finally goes back in after regenerating some HP, and they get a really nice level 1 fight, getting 2 kills for nothing. Without taking any breaks, we will go to the number 3 spot where a champion that we do not see often is being featured. This one is going back all the way to the top lane as the Lee Sin engages with a Q onto the minion, kicks the Nocturne away from his turret so the Lee Sin and Shyvana can have as much time as possible to get a kill on him. As the Nocturne flashes away, he pops his ultimate, goes for the Lee Sin while also dodging Shyvana's ultimate, which would have killed him, showing to us that Nocturne also has a lot of outplay potential. I hope you guys are enjoying the play so far, but let's go to the number 2 spot where CLG Dexter is going to be showing to us what it means to do an alley-oop with Lee Sin. He's making his way towards the middle lane with his ally Riven, but the enemy Blitz and the Nidalee are trying to put a stop to it. The Blitzcrank Hook does get Lee Sin to about half HP, all thanks to the Nidalee as well. But he does not back out just yet as he has the Q onto the Blitz, looking for the play as he follows up, gets the ward hop onto the ledge, flashes behind the Nidalee, kicks her towards the Yasuo as he follows up with an ultimate himself. And that is the definition of an alley-oop into a wombo combo. But that all happened really fast, so let's take a look at it once more in slower motion. As Dexter follows up with the Q onto the Blitz, he ward hops right over the wall, flashes behind the Nidalee, kicks her within range of Yasuo's ultimate, and from here on out the play ensues. And the grand finale of this week's episode is going to be some serious ADC presence in the top lane. The Lucian has been whacking away at the top 3rd turret as his team is fighting in the mid lane, but so far this trade seems to be somewhat worth as he's whacking away at the inhibitor and manages to get that as well. This is where the retaliation from the enemy team begins as the Kha'Zix jumps in, and it's not looking very hot for the Lucian as he also gets exhausted, but he has more than enough damage to burst out the Kha'Zix. The Morgana does land her snare and it looks like she's about to get the kill on the Lucian, but all thanks to his Bloodthirsters and his fast auto attack speed, he's just simply regenerating a lot more HP than Morgana can deal. He begins whacking away the Nexus turret before his minion wave dies out, and he takes a look at the enemy team as they're recalling and he sees that they're very low on HP. So he decides to make a huge play as he pops the culling onto the enemy team that just finished recalling to their base. The Zed was really low on HP as he was recalling, so the culling was more than enough to kill him. And now the Sivir is trying to do what her team could not. But the Lucian is showcasing his fast reactions as well as he flashes the Sivir's boomerang, which would have been more than enough damage to kill him in the long fight. And after making a huge presence in the top lane, he finally decides to retreat and go back to base to buy. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that action-packed top 5 LoL plays for this week. If you have some time, definitely check out my own personal YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/redmercy. Peace!